guys, Tattoo for You, Richard here, and it's time for a tips, It is time for a tips, tricks, and whoopsies. I have messed that up how many times? I don't care anymore. It's gonna happen and stay like this now. Just deal with it. I'm talking to myself, not you guys. You don't have to deal with it. You can just say, "Oh, Richard, you're just being silly, just silly Sally." My name's not Sally. Does Sally have a beard like this? Well, she might nowadays. That's how it works. So, anywho, with this episode, we will be doing a discussion. I'm not going to necessarily do the tutorial today. Well, I'm not going to do the tutorial. That's a lot of T's to fly out of my mouth. So it makes it go. So, I hope I didn't speak another funny language there, because that would be crazy. But I am going to be, see this thing right here? We're going to be starting this. It is the lighting kit from Fallout Hobbies, the terrain lighting kit. So it doesn't know what it says. LED lighting, terrain lighting kit from FalloutHobbies.com. I feel like every .com should be sung now. So yes, we're going to be going over this. I'm going to be doing like an unpackaging. And then we're going to be discussing. We're going to have another sit-down discussion about what I'm going to do. What my ultimate plan with this package is. And it's going to overall take me some time. I've never in my life done this before. I've never done any kind of lighting effect besides literally taking a tea candle and hot gluing foam around it. Little fluff and spray painting it black. Look, it's a fire marker. Saw. Huzzah! I can burn wreckage. Me. So, without further ado, let's go table down and see what I'm talking about. Alright guys, here we are table down. Look at the puppy. Now, just so you know, he was staring at me really creepy a minute ago. It was kind of awkward. He was just like looking at me like, hi. And now he wants to rub his side on my foot. So, anyway, here we are table down. Now, first off, pay no attention to this. This is my paint jar, which is an old, one of those, it's not even old. Well, it is technically old, but like the actual item itself wasn't invented 15 bazillion years ago. But, so what we're going to be doing is this and, okay, it's time for Mega Zoom. This is that, oh my gosh, it's a clock, and dagnabbit if I couldn't say it. So that's that clock that I wanted to make like a little landing pad. So my other goal is to do a large, it'd probably be more display board maybe, depending on how it's set up. I could possibly get a smaller piece of terrain out of it, and like this would be like a count as the Sky Shield landing pad or whatever it is, even though I'm not going to do any shield railing around it at all. So anyway, this is what we're going to be doing, and that's what this kit is for, the lighting kit. So it didn't come with this electrical tape. We lose electrical tape around here like crazy, and I found one the other day, and I was like, put it in the bag! Put it in the bag! We can't lose it! So that's what I did. So this is what we're going to be working with, and what I'm going to be using this kit for eventually. Right, Stark? Right, Starky Poo? Nope, you just want me to scratch your back with my toe. Weird dog. So this would be the base of the landing pad. It's going to come up. I'm going to build, I'll probably have some that thingy that goes across and connects 2 points. Some kind of like little scaffolding thing. I totally brain farted on that, and that's where I'm going to stay at. So we're going to have that going to something else over here, like another smaller command base or something, or ultimately this could be connected to the larger base, which probably not, because the one I think I will eventually do is get a mirror, a big circular mirror, take the glass out of it, and use that as a giant landing pad. Something like the equivalent of that Tau Admech diorama battle that they did, and they had the Manta sitting on that big like landing platform. Something that size for my ultimate display table. I was talking about it in the Legion of Gamza group the other day about how train guys and their layouts, what they do with their layouts, and how awesome they are. So it would be something similar to that, like a large scale layout like that. But that's many moons down the line. So anyway, I have tons of these laying around because we like Kool-Aid over here. It's a nice treat every now and again since we don't drink sodas in our house. I know soda I still think is worse than Kool-Aid, but you can have a literal cup of Kool-Aid, and it's a lot better than a cup of soda. Trust me. So yeah. I got baby shampoo in there too. Stark, chill out, okay? Just chill out. I know, it's a little warm in here, dude. So guys, here we go. This is the baggie. We're going to open it up now. So for it was $25. I'm sure some of you will be like, man, that might be too much. Well, I don't know if it is or not. So I'm going to pull everything out of the bag. And again, this did not come with it. So we'll put that off to the side. Zoom in a bit. So here it comes with your piece of paper that talks about it's a wiring guide, shows you everything you need. The kit I got is the terrain kit. So I'll show you everything that's in it in a minute. Let's just start with this. So they have these different heads and lamps that come with it. And it shows you how they go on the LEDs. Says each lighting kit comes with an LED cover. These 3D printed translucent acrylic pieces are designed to fit perfectly over the 3mm LEDs that come with each lighting kit. I can't speak. And here's the diagram. Kind of gives you an idea how you do it. Everything runs off a 9-bolt battery. I was gonna say a 9-bolt battery. Ooh, God. A 9-volt battery. Here's your contact info. Again, I'll leave a link down in the description below to them. Here is your lighting kits and wiring guides. Tells you how to do everything. Talks about, wire wrapping, how to twist it together. I've messed with a lot of electricity, especially doing building tattoo machines. I know how to wire stuff fairly decent. Not by any means a professional. I would still shock the crap out of myself. But fair enough to do this anyway. And here we have fiber optics. It comes with some fiber optics as well, which I'll get to what's in the bag in a minute and how you use them. Fiber optics are super easy, man. They used to sell these kits a long time ago where typically you would get a single LED and a wiring kit and a little battery operated thing set up, and you run these fiber optics. You drill little holes on, say, like a starship, the Enterprise. You would drill out little holes here and there where rooms would be, and you would see lights from the outside, like the windows. And you would mount those LEDs to that area by one of two ways. I've seen it done a couple of ways. I've seen some people gently heat the tip of the LED and smush it just a little bit and then pull the LED through the hole so that flat edge catches and doesn't pull through. I've seen some people take them and add a little bit of hot glue on the inside. The thing with hot glue is the LEDs are plastic and they can melt. I've seen people take tape and just tape them down before too. There are several different ways you could technically do it, and I'm going to kind of go over a couple when I do it myself. But anyway, you run the LEDs down through the ship to your source light. well, hey, light source, haha, which will be your LED. Now, whatever color light this is what color the tips of the LED, the fiber optics. What was I calling these a minute ago? I don't think I was calling these fiber optics. I was calling them something else. Goodness. So, the fiber optic cables, silly boy. The tips of the fiber optic cables are going to show whatever light this is, because it like travels through the cable. And literally all these are a piece of plastic wire, almost, or plastic wiring sort of, but no wire, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, hold on. So yeah, these are just pretty much plastic little wires, almost like fishing wire, but translucent on the inside. So that's your little source, your little instruction guide, pretty much. Here's your little Fallout Hobbies media stuff, how to do your stencils and all that jazz. And this is what the kit comes with. So in this kit, you get 5 various colored LEDs, from reds, blues, greens, yellow maybe. There might be a yellow one in here. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Here is your 3D printed pieces. And so for the terrain kit, you get the little wire cage, and then this like kind of dome sort of. Not really a dome. Cylinder dome thing. And that would be for the terrain kit. The vehicle kit, you get, I think, this thing too, but also the things that are just like little headlights. So it'd be like this, but shorter. And that's for you to use somewhere on your terrain. You know, you can hang one from the ceiling, have a flashing red light in it, beep, 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 beep. Or put 2 up there, have a flashing red light in one, and have a switch that you can make it go green in the other. Now, I'm not going to get fancy with the switches and try to figure out howsies and doozies, but here is your fiber optic cable and your drill bit. I'm not sure how many fiber optic cables it comes from. I think it's just one, but it's really long. And all you need to do is just cut the cable. That's it. You can have like pieces this big, cut it, and you're done. Usually, if you're that close, the light, depending on how it goes, it's going to shine through the hole you made, as long as it doesn't light up the whole hole. Like, I would suggest painting the inside of it black to kind of cancel out some of that light sourcing, so it just fixes on the hole and doesn't shine through the actual plastic. But yeah, but the cool thing is they give you a drill bit too, so this is perfect. You can drill your little holes, and that's where your thing will come out. You get a switch and a battery cable. So this is where everything's going to come to. You're going to mount this to your switch, and then all your LEDs are going to mount to this ultimately. And for mounting this down, it's got little screw holes, but seriously, you can just literally cut your hole out and then add a little bit of hot glue in there to hold it in place. Then we have 2 amber blinking LEDs. So this is going to be kind of an amber color, kind of like a yellowish brown color while they're blinking, real soft color. I believe in the vehicle kit you got flashing red or blinking red. I can't remember off the top of my head. If I do remember, when I make the video, I'll mark it. It'll float across the screen for a second. And then here you have 4 white LEDs, just plain white LEDs, your natural lights. Now for this, for my idea, what I'm thinking about is I possibly will use one of these, maybe, don't know. Maybe save it, but ultimately what I'm thinking is I can go as cheap as possible, right? So here is the dealie. Figuring out which one of these lights is red on the various color ones. Figuring out which one's red and mounting it in the center. Ultimately, this isn't going to be see-through. It's going to be primed, whatever color I do it. If I do it like I did the other one, this will be red and we'll have the big Macross logo on it, or my Sept logo. And then if that's the case, then I'll switch this to green, or even the flashing amber one would be awesome. Do the flashing amber one in the center so it's lightly flashing. And then I will take fiber optic cables and run that to the outside. And I will drill holes in the edges here at various increments around it. I'm not sure how many I do yet. I haven't made up my mind fully on that. Do like 5 or 6 or 7, going around the edges. You could have 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and have them spaced evenly, which will be my issue. I will probably not space them evenly because I'm silly like that. That's math, and who likes that stuff? Not me. But then I can run my fiber optic cable from the center to each of the points, and then I would have the flashing amber in the middle as well as the flashing ambers on the side. So the other thing about fiber optic cables, if you do double cables, like you put them together, it makes it a little bit brighter. So I could essentially run 2 cables to the edges and just drill the hole a little bit bigger and have both those pieces coming through just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I asked that question, because you can't answer me now. But so then still do that around the edges and in various increments. And that gives me a nice little flashing landing pad. Now I could also underneath, ultimately I will take this out and I put my Kool-Aid thing up, but I will have it coming down. The Kool-Aid piece will be mounted here, and I've contemplated leaving it unscrewable so that way I can just take it off, or cutting in the side of the Kool-Aid kit an access port to get to the battery. But the battery will all be housed in that center section, okay? Because I don't have long enough wires to run it all over the place. If the piece is huge, you can't see my hands. My hands look bigger than the screen, so there you go. It's big. Have the wires go all that far. So, but I can have everything kind of start in here and use the top of the Kool-Aid container as kind of my wire staging point, like my breaker box, circuit breaker box, so to speak, where everything comes to this center point, and all the main wires from everything I light up on here come to there. Because my other thing is possibly putting a light underneath, like say in this area here, or just out on the edge, doing like an LED underneath as well, so that way it kind of lights up the area below it, and then I could do like a little platform around it or something like that. There are tons of options I can do with it, and what's cool with this kit is the fact that it comes with so many LEDs. Comes with, like I said, the 4 whites. Yeah, the 4 whites, the 2 blinkings, and then the 5 various colored ones. There's so much I can do, man, with this, and I'm excited to give it a go. A cat asked a while back if I was going to be doing that. I believe his name was I can't even remember his name now, but I'll try, and whenever I start the official building of the video, or the building and actually wiring things out, there's going to be a lot of post-process in getting this, the terrain piece itself situated how I want it. And honestly, it's going to need to be primed beforehand as well, because you don't want to be painting over any of those the LEDs or the fiber optics. You don't want to paint over any of that stuff, man, because you do, then you just kind of defeat your purpose, really. So yeah, this is going to be definitely a lot of trial and error on my part. I will video the full installation of these to the best of my abilities. And there will definitely be some whoopsies going on it, I'm sure. But in the meantime, if any of you have messed with LEDs before, give me a heads up of things I should watch out for. Honestly, I'm gonna dive right in head first and just do it. And whatever I do right or wrong, again, it's learning experiences for me and for you guys. So especially the ones that have never dealt with it before and maybe are unsure if they should or not. So if you're unsure for real, dude, bite the bullet, man. Just try it. Give it a shot. That's honestly the only way you're gonna learn is doing something. Just giving it a go and doing it. I don't see, like for me, doing it on this. If I mess up on this and the LED kit doesn't work, I'm still gonna get a good piece of terrain out of it. I mean, that is gonna be cool having this guy land on it. Now I know that's pretty big, but it's still okay. Because I'm gonna come off the edge and have a little extra to it. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, so that's my ideas, guys. And girls. And whoever else is watching. Children. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And keep an eye out. So next week next week I'm gonna try to jump right into this thing and see what we can do, man. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. You have any questions, holler at me. Just check me out, dude. If you like this, like it. If you comment on it, sweet. If you want to subscribe, feel free. I'm here. As always, have a wonderful, happy nerd life, my friends. I'll see you next time.